Hey everybody! So today's video is going to be kind of my updated everyday face, but also with a little fall twist. So let's jump right in. First of all, I'm going to be using a moisturizer, and I just use the Personal Care Vitamin E Skin Cream. You can get this at drugstores for $1. I mean, it's literally $1. It's very cheap, but it works really good. So, at least it does for me. It doesn't make me break out or anything, so just going to take a little bit of that on my hands and work that in on my face. Next, I'm going to be using a face primer. Now, recently I've been using, let's see, the L'Oreal Paris Studio Secrets Anti-Dull Skin Primer. Next, I'm going to be using a liquid foundation, and mine that I've been using recently is the CoverGirl Clean Oil Control Liquid Foundation in Classic Ivory. And I'm going to be using my little makeup blending sponge, which I've been loving recently. So I'm just going to put a little bit of this on my sponge and blend it into my face. So next step is going to be concealer, and I'm going to be using my CoverGirl and Olay Simply Ageless Eye Concealer, and I'm a 205. I'm going to use my same blending sponge just because it's pointed and it's really easy to get in under your eyes. So once my liquid part of my foundation routine is finished, I'm going to set it with some powder, and I'm going to be using e.l.f.'s Tone Correcting Powder, which just has the 4 shades in it that kind of swirl together and perfect your face, and I'm just using a big fluffy brush for this. So once that's done, I'm going to move on to bronzer. And the bronzer I'll be using today is the NYC Smooth Skin Bronzing Face Powder. This one is in Sunny, so I'm going to be using a blush brush. Just going to swirl it around in here, and then put it on the hollows of my cheeks and also along my temple up here just to kind of contour my face. So next, I'm going to be using some blush, and my favorite blush right now is from Glow Minerals, and it's in Sheer Petal. It's kind of a light pink, kind of a dusty rose, and it has some shimmer to it, so I think it looks really good with the bronzer. So I'm just going to put this on the apples of my cheeks with my blush brush. Next, I'm going to be using a highlighter. Now for my highlighter, I am just going to use a white eyeshadow from Hot Topic. It has a little bit of shimmer to it, and I'm going to be putting this on with a fan brush. So there's our highlighting. Next, I'm going to move on to eyebrows. Now, usually I don't fill in my eyebrows. I don't know why. I've never done it just because I've always thought my eyebrows are kind of big anyway. But I recently did it, and it does just kind of clean up your face. So first, I'm just going to comb them out with a little eyebrow comb. And then I'm going to be using the NYC Browser Kit, which is just like $1.79 or $2.79. I don't even remember how much it was, but it looks like this. You slide it open, and it comes with a little pair of tweezers and a little brush. And then I'm going to dip it into the wax side first, which is just the little white side. Dip the brush into the wax first, and then pick up the powder, so the powder has something to stick to. And then I'm just going to trace my brows. And then when I have my brows where I want them, I'm actually going to use some clear mascara. I know you can buy clear brow gel, but I just figure clear mascara works the same way. And I'm going to use this to kind of set my eyebrows and keep the gel or the wax and powder in place where I want them. Let's see, next I'm going to move on to eyeshadow. Now I'm going to be using some just basic brown shadows from a palette from Smashbox. And this one is called Shades of Fame, I believe. Looks like this. Yes, it's called the Shades of Fame eye palette. And we're going to be using just a matte, really light brown shadow and then a little bit darker one. But before we start the eyeshadow, I want to prime my eyes with my lid primer from Glow Minerals. So I just take a little bit of this on my middle finger and put it on both eyelids from the lash line up to the brow bone. So once my eyelids are primed and ready for shadow, I am going to pick up the lightest brown color, which is almost a nude color, and it's matte, so it's not going to have any shimmer to it. And this one is called Bliss by Smashbox, and just put this all over my lid. Next, I'm going to be taking a slightly darker brown matte eyeshadow and applying that to the crease. Next, I'm going to use kind of a shimmery brown color. It matches the matte one, but it just has some sparkle to it, and put that in the very outer corners of my eyes. Next, I'm going to be using a white eyeshadow from Glow Minerals and just putting this right under my brow bone as a highlight. Next, I'm going to be using a black pencil liner. This one is actually from Victoria's Secret, and I'm just going to smudge it into my upper lash line. I'm not going to make it a defined line because I don't want the eyes to be too bold if the lips are going to be pretty dark. So now I'm going to go ahead and curl my lashes to prepare them for my new mascara that I'm really excited to show you how it works. So the mascara I'm going to be using today is from Too Faced, and it's called Better Than False Lashes. I talked about it in my last video, but now I'm actually going to show you how it works. So first, you'll put on the actual mascara, just 1 or 2 coats, just so you make sure you get all of your lashes coated. The next step is going to be the nylon lash extension fibers, and you want to put 1 or 2 coats of these over your first layer of mascara. Last, you're going to want to put another coat of the black mascara over the fibers, and then you'll be done with your mascara. Last, we are going to do lips, and my favorite lip color right now is the Revlon Just Bitten Kissable Balm Stain in Cherish, and it's just a dark kind of burgundy pink color, and once we're done with the lips, you will be done with the look. And now I'm just going to blot the lips with a tissue because they are a little extreme right now. And there you have it, my fall look. I really hope you've enjoyed seeing it. And hopefully if you have any fall looks you'd like me to see, just send me the link to the video or do a video response. So next time hopefully I'll be using my Stila palette and doing kind of another tutorial for you guys. Hope maybe you try this look out this fall, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!